Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Yunjannevam Sadatmanam Yogi Vigatakalmashaha Sukhena Brahma Sansparsham Atyantam Sukhamashnute. When we are thus working on our mind, slowly the mind is no more an issue for us. All of us suffers exclusively because of our own mind. If we can mind our mind, we have learned the art of yoga. Therefore, Yunjan Evam, what was told earlier, that only maintain a minimum or zero thought level in the mind. And for that, we have to recognize thoughts are born when some foreign material enters the mind. What is a foreign material? There is nothing like good foreign material and bad foreign material. For example, I am taking food. This is the only thing I do with very sincerity. Rest of the things happen. So, one day when I am taking food, some rice grain happened to get caught up in my beard. So there was one small little child sitting with me. He says, Swami, there is something kachra on your beard. I said, remove that kachra. So she removed. I said, let me see what it is. It was rice. Do you think I am eating rice or kachra or what? No, Swamiji, it's not like that. And when she removed that, I had to sacrifice one hair and it landed in my plate. So, when I was saying, now here also there is a kachra. Now be attentive. In the beard, other than the beard, anything is there, it is kachra. See? In the food, other than the food, anything else is kachra. See? We cannot say, no, it's my own beard here, therefore I like it, let me taste it. No. Think. If this principle is understood, then we go to the step. Next. In the mind, other than mind, if anything enters, it is a kachra. And how the world enters our mind? Through the gateways of sense organs. Entry of the world in our mind is like we enter the mirror in the form of an image. So what is the entry in the mirror? It is entry without entrance. Exactly the same way. Be attentive. I am seeing you all and you are seeing me. So how you have entered in me? Only as an image. So when an object comes in front of the eyes, through the lens, an image is formed on the retina, it is caught by the mind, in the light of the consciousness, the knowledge of the image takes place, not the actual object. Otherwise, what will happen? The actual object enters. When I see all of you, I will burst open into pieces. Thank God, it doesn't happen. See? So, how the things enter in our mind? Be attentive. First step is this. We see so many things, images are formed. Next step. We start giving either positive or negative value to all that we perceive in this world. So, when we give positive value, that particular thing or being enters our mind. When we give negative value, that thing or being enters our mind. Then what is to be done? Learn to remain indifferent. If we remain indifferent to all the experiences that we go through, the world will not enter our mind. How simple it is. This is the basis of yoga. Yunjannevam sadatmanam. Now the value we give. Like nobody is born with a cigarette in the mouth and a lighter in the hand, isn't it? How do we start smoking? We see on the billboard some useless fellow sitting on a Honda and a cigarette in his mouth, and from backside there is another Hondi and putting the lighter and lighting the cigarette, and we look at it and we start imagining that useless fellow sitting on the Honda, it's me. So cigarette I can put, but there is nobody behind. Only a little bit lacking, rest of the things are okay. Slowly the importance and value for smoking becomes so intense that we start smoking. Now after some time, then 20-30 years, then another thing comes that we don't want to smoke, so we give up smoking. Then first we had a positive value, so it entered. Now it has a negative value. So what is the negative value? If somebody is smoking, don't smoke, it's not good. In short, thoughts are born when you give value to anything in this world. And anything you give value, that will be the cause of your misery. Give value for punctuality, you will be miserable, because late comers are always born. Some people are so much late comers. See? Like the other day, somebody came and met me. Swamiji, today is my birthday. I said, you are late, man. Had you born one day before, you would have become the Prime Minister of India. Late. See? Then if we get disturbed, because we give value to the punctuality. You give value to cleanliness, in the whole world you will see only dirty things. In short, anything you give value, that becomes the source of your misery, and that misery is called as the thoughts in the mind. So once we understand this principle, then yunjan evam sadatmanam yogi vigata kalmashaha. So who is the real yogi? Vigata kalmashaha means he is now no more influenced by any kind of thought. Be attentive. We are not talking about thoughtlessness. We are talking about freedom from the thoughts. To imagine that there should not be any waves on the ocean. Once we were in Goa with some boys, and we were having a nice swim in the sea. And there was one elderly man with a towel around him, and he is standing like a Vivekananda pose. So I said, hey Mahatma ji, get in. It's nice, it's not cold, it's warm water. Get in. He said, no, I am waiting for the waves to stop. See? In the same manner, imagine, mind should be no thoughts, chitta vritti nirodha. No. Then, let there be thoughts, who cares? How simple it is. Because we give importance to something, it becomes an issue. Don't give importance to anything. Yunjan evam sadatmanam yogi vigata kalmasha. This is the meaning of tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam. Then sukhena brahma sansparsham atyantam sukham ashnute. Sukhena brahma sansparsham. Then he merges again Patanjali. Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Samapatibhyam. Merging in the absolute. Ananta is infinite. So here when Bhagavan says, Sukhena Brahma Sansparsham Atyantam Sukham, meaning because he is no more struggling either to control the mind or to control the world. No, he is totally relaxed because nothing disturbs him. See friends, if you are happy because your wife is very good, caring, this is just an example. Very good, caring and loving you and intelligent. These are all impossibilities of that I am talking. There was a couple going somewhere and a beggar came. So the husband took out the purse and wanted to give him something. So when that beggar saw the purse, he said, "May your couple live long, many lives to come." He didn't give anything. For one life is enough. Again, same thing. See friends. So, Sukhena Brahma Sansparsham, you merge in the absolute. Sukhena. Same word Patanjali Bhagavan uses. As Sthira Sukham Asanam. Sthira Sukham. Sukhena Brahma Sansparsham. The real meaning of asana is you are effortlessly happy. You are happy not because of anything. You are happy in spite of everything. That is called as tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam. See my friends. Therefore, sukhena brahma sansparsham atyantam sukham ashnute. He attains the ultimate bliss. Now, how do we know whether we have reached the state or not? You can't go and ask others. Can I go and ask somebody, I am taking food and then I go and ask, hey, excuse me, please tell me my hunger is satiated or not? Nobody can tell. It is your personal experience. No authentication, no certification is required. See? You are a good yoga teacher. Show the certificate. You are good. You want to go and get your pension from the bank. So that bank clerk will show your certificate that you are still alive. Yes, you are alive. Okay. You don't require a certificate. Appreciation, authentication, confirmation from anybody to know your essential nature. Now the question is, how do we know then? To whom to ask? This is another very important principle. In Vivek Chudamani, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Avyakta namni paramesha shakti karyanumeya sudhiyaiva gamya. That which can be inferred from the effects. Cause can never be known unless effects are studied. When we go to the doctors, we don't tell him the disease unless we are Indian. Indians go and tell the doctor, Doctor साहब, एक हाथ इंजेक्शन लगा पड़ा बहुत दिन हो गए. Is it a lassi or what? So we go to the doctor and tell the doctor, Doctor साहब, these are the symptoms I have. Now from those symptoms, effects, the cause is inferred exactly the same way. How do we know whether we have attained the fulfillment in our life? What are the effects? What are the symptoms of God realization? Are these better? Two horns are coming out and one tail, Onida. Realize? What are the symptoms? So here Bhagavan Krishna says, Sarva bhutastamatmanam sarva bhutani jatmani ikshati yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshana. The ultimate meaning of yoga according to Bhagavad Gita is samatvam yoga uchyate. Equanimity under all conditions. So all the paths that you follow the path of karma, yoga, upasana and knowledge. In all of them, this is the common denominator. In karma, the teacher says, Siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Equanimity of the mind is called as yoga. First step. Then, in case of the yoga that we are studying now, this is Atma Sayyama Yoga. Here also, the teacher will be coming to the same point. We will take it in detail. Atmopammena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. Sukham vajadiva dukkham sa yogi paramo mataha. He is the supreme yogi. He who has attained equanimity under all conditions towards every being and thing. There is nothing like somebody is mine, somebody is not mine. No. Then we come to the path of upasana. In upasana also the same. Tulya ninda stutir mauni santushto yena kenachim. He who is uninfluenced by anything in this world and on the path of knowledge. Vidya vinay sampanne brahmane gavyastini shunichaiva shvapakecha panditaha samadarshinaha. Yahaiva taihi jitaha sargaha yesham samya sthitam manaha nirdoshami samam brahma tasmate brahmani sthitaha. Therefore, my friends, yoga according to Bhagavad Gita is maintain the equanimity of the mind under all conditions. Never justify yourself being disturbed. This world is like this. You can't change the world. You have to change. If you are in Bombay and you are complaining about the traffic jam, then it is not anybody's fault. It is your fault. Why? Because you have named your city wrongly. It was earlier Bombay, you made it Mumbai, both the names are wrong. Make it Jamnagar and be happy. Where are you staying? Jamnagar. Every time the traffic is jammed. Therefore, here the teacher says, Sarva bhutastamatmanam sarva bhutani chatmani. This mantra comes in half a dozen Upanishads. In Ishavasya Upanishad, this mantra comes. Sarva bhutastamatmanam sarva bhutani chatmani sampashyan brahma paramam yati nannena hetuna. Kaivalya Upanishad. Ishavasya Upanishad, similar mantra. Bhagavad Gita, same mantra. What it means? Sarva bhutastam atmanam. He who is able to see himself in everyone. How can I see myself in everyone? In a lady and me, hey? That is not the meaning. How a mother sees herself in her child. That way. I told you, don't forget the basic principle. From the symptoms, you have to go to the cause. See? And therefore, be attentive. Mother does not fall in love. She rises in love. A boy and a girl, they fall in love because for them love is an action. And actions are bound to terminate into whatever you call. See friends, therefore, Sarvabhutastam Atmanam, he who is able to see himself reflected in this world. See friends, the whole world, everything and being is a mirror. And we stand before the mirror, we will see only ourselves. When I take myself to be a sannyasi, what will be my perception about the world? The world is divided into two, sannyasis and non-sannyasis. If I am married, what will be my perception about the world? Those who are married and those who are happy. If I think myself to be rich, my perception will be the world is rich and poor. So we see the world what we have taken ourselves to be. And when we discover the divine self that we are, then from that standpoint, everything is nothing but my own manifestation. Be attentive. This experience is like what? The experience is like mind is not biased for or against any sense organ or any organ of action. Because mind sees, I alone express to the eyes as vision. The mind knows, I alone express as hearing ability through the ears. Exactly the same way. Sarvabhutastam Atmanam. Then Sarvabhutani Chatmani. And therefore, this is another important principle. Don't make friends and enemies in this world. Sarvatra anamisneha tattat prapya shubhashubham. Bhagavad says in the 12th chapter. Either you love everyone or don't love anyone. How simple it is. Now what is easier? Don't love any janjati. No problem. And then, like this New Year and some functions, so many people write this WhatsApp useless. Swamiji, I love you. Swamiji, we miss you. When are you coming? So to all of them I reply only one thing. Me too. Khallas. It has no meaning. And somebody caught me. Because two persons got a message and both of them say, me too, me too. What is that? I say, yes. The common thing for everybody. Therefore, Sarva Bhutastam Atmanam Sarva Bhutani Chatmani Ikshate Yoga Yuktatma. This is his vision. Name Dveshosti na Priyaha. Bhagavan says, Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu. I am equanimous towards everything and being. Like the example I give, eyes are equanimous towards all the sense organs and organs of action. Eyes are equanimous towards all colors and forms. Mind is equanimous towards every thought. The conscious reality that we are is equanimous towards waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. Equanimity is our natural state. That is yoga. See, my friends, thereafter, yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sacha me na pranashyati. So, from the point of view of Upanishadic statement in Upanishad, one Mahavakya is used for instruction to the student. That Mahavakya is called as Tattvamasi. This is the Atma Sanyama Yoga, 6th chapter. In this 6th chapter, Tattvamasi Maha Upadesh is given. So this first verse we have seen, Sarva Bhutastamatmanam Sarva Bhutani Jatmani Ikshate Yoga Yuktatma Sarvatra Smadarjana. That is the Tvam Pada. You have to work on yourself. Then the second is Tat Pada, Paramatma. What is that? Yo Mam Pashyati Sarvatra Sarvam Cha Mai Pashyati. He who is able to discover the divinity in everything and being. See friends, he is a yogi. Are we not doing the same thing? When we go to some temple, and the temple is made out of black stone, everywhere black stone. The steps are out of the stone, flooring is out of stone, pillars are out of stone, and we go ahead, and there is one Nandi made out of the same stone. So we put our step on the steps, then on the flooring. But when the Nandi comes in front, we don't put step on that Nandi because it's God. Be attentive. We are able to see, or we are at least trying to see, divinity in the man-made objects. But we refuse to see the divinity in God-made creation. Nothing can justify that we create friends and enemies in this world. See? Therefore, yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati. He who is able to see me in everyone and everything in me, tasyaham na pranashyami. He will never be forsaken by me. Because we are care of him, such a mean pranashyami. Now, after having said this, the third statement, tattvam and asi. Sarva bhuta sthitam yo mam bhajati ekatvama sthitaha sarvatha vartamanupi sa yogi mai vartate tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam sa yogi mai vartate. Patanjali Maharshi has said about yoga, and Bhagwan Krishna also has said about yoga. What is the difference? Patanjali was a yogi. Bhagwan Krishna is Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. He is a Yogeshwara. And therefore his approach is Sarva Bhuta Sthitam Yo Mam Pashyati Ekatvama Asita. He who is able to discover his identity with the divine. This is what I have been telling you. Don't struggle to have the vision of God. Let Him express through you. He is suffocating inside. Unfortunately, poor God, He doesn't have hands, He doesn't have speech, He doesn't have mind, but He wants to express. Wherever He wants to express, all these instruments are busy. Hands are busy in selfishness. Speech is busy in condemning others and Atmashlaga, glorifying oneself. Mind is busy in frustration. How can he express? Empty yourself. When we depart, he takes over. That is the meaning of yoga according to Bhagavad Gita. Then Sarvatha Vartamanopi. Then such a great yogi, Sarvatha Vartamanopi. Then what he is doing and what he is not doing is not the criteria. See? So yogi mai vartate. Now he is abiding in me. See friends. There was one useless boy, good for nothing. and somehow or the other, he got a job, let us say a medical representative job in a company, Glaxo. Just example. Earlier, nobody used to even talk to him because he was good for nothing. After he became the medical representative, immediately he started putting on necktie and all that. Then what is his language? We produce this. You are useless yesterday. Today you became we because now identified with a big company. He doesn't say, I am producing the medicine. No, 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 no. We are. Because now he has expanded. He who is thus able to expand himself and merge in the absolute, his language will be different. His expressions will be different. His experience will be different. That is what is said here. Sarvatha Vartamanopi. Then such a great master, whatever he is doing is a piece of art. Because the perfection is expressing through him. There is no struggle. Like the flow of the river. See, my friends. So, such a person, such a yogi, he is now ultimately explained when he thus goes through the Tattvamasi Mahavakyopadesh, then Atma Upammena Sarvatra Samam Pashyati Arjuna. Hey Arjun, he who is able to look upon everybody as he looks upon himself. How we look upon ourselves? When we are happy, we want to celebrate happiness and we want everybody to join in our happiness, is it not? That is the reason for the marriages we call so many people. I got married, we invited 1,000 new people, all of them came. Then after 1 week we decided to divorce. Then when I had to divorce again, hey, take the same list. And then we sent another invitation. We are pleased to announce that we are going to divorce. Please come and bless us. No. Happiness, we want to share with everyone. But when it comes to misery, we want a word of compassion, love, understanding and a helping hand. See, this is what Bhagavad says here. Atma upammena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham. One day, one child asked me this question. I got many sweet children, very close friend of mine. There is one child in Pune. I don't know what is, her name is Adya or something. She must be hardly 5 years or 4 years. She compels her parents to come for all my talks. She will not allow. And also for the retreat she comes. And she attends every lecture. He is never disturbing. On the contrary, Papa, time ho gaya, chalo, let's go for the lecture. So, she was asking me this question. Swamiji, what is the secret that I like you so much? I said, because you are good. No. What I like in you, you are happy. So what is the secret of your happiness? I told her this sloka, which she didn't understand. See, if you try this, be happy in the happiness of others. But our condition is, मालूम है, मुँह में राम, बगल में चोर. We are jealous. We are not happy. That is the reason I go and attend all marriages. That is the only time of happiness. That time I am with them. Rest of the time they manage themselves and relax. This is such a simple way. Be happy in the happiness of others. Then should we say, be miserable in the miseries of others? No, 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 no. About this I will tell you one experience. This happened in Delhi many years before. That time I was pretty young. There used to be one old couple from Himachal Pradesh. And I used to go to their place, and they were good because they are giving me good food. Only criteria, no other criteria. So one day that old lady died. So I got a message. So I sent back. I said, okay, I'll drop in as soon as I get little free time. I am tied down with so many things. After about 10-15 days I went. And that old man, he was sitting, I went there. We talk about government, climate, how everybody is bad, we are good. These are the topics which doesn't require any preparation. So this is, I spoke at length. And afterwards, tea, coffee, kachori, samosa, enjoyed. I said, now, okay, Papa, I had to go, I am getting late now. He got up, hugged me very tightly and said, now I know why you are Swami. I said, what happened? Did I do any mistake? He said, you did not make me cry. All those people who came to see me after the demise of my wife, they will talk, and unless I cry, they don't feel that their visit is complete. And you did not make me cry. I said, Papa, I'll tell you the truth, but it is not necessary when the wife dies, the husband should be miserable. Maybe you are happy, who knows? He gave me one. We have to pull the people out of their miseries. We must be only the dispenser of happiness in this world. No other purpose of our life. See, my friends. So, Atmaupamena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. So, when we have got miseries, difficulties, don't we expect that somebody helps us to come out of these miseries? But if we go to another miserable person, he will start, yaar, तुम्हारे बीपी मर गई, मेरी तो चौथी मर गई. See, friends, get out of this wrong understanding of life. So yogi paramo mataha, he is a super deluxe yogi. Now see here, what is mentioned is only come back to yourself. Tada drashtuhu sarupi avasthanam. So whatever you are practicing, yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi, all of them are meant for only this purpose. Come back to yourself. When we practice yama sadhana, world is not a problem for us because we are with ourselves. Niyam sadhana, we are no more a problem for ourselves because we are self-disciplined. Asana, sthira sukham, we are steadily happy and happily steady. Pranayam, we are no more getting exhausted, frustrated and make our life miserable. Pratyahar, there is no difficulty in withdrawal from the worldly entanglement. Dharana, the mind is not running here and there. Dhyana, the mind can be kept quiet in one object. Samadhi, it is not a temporary phase, it is a permanent thing. All of them means you come back to yourself. If this is not happening and we are getting lost only in the non-essentials, see, non-essentials are the one where this basic purpose is forgotten. And therefore, this time we are taking yoga in the light of Bhagavad Gita just to remind ourselves. Let us not get lost into the violence of yoga. So yogi paramo mataha. Now, when this was said, like any one of us, The same question. See, yoyam yogastvaya proktaha samena madhusudana etasyaham na paschami chanchaladva sthitim stiram chanchalam hi mana krishna pramati balavadrudam etasyaham nigraham manne vayo riva sudushkaram. God, what you are telling is okay for you, like many people tell us. Swami, it is okay for you to be happy all the time. Get married and show how to be happy. Meaning, marriage is a license to become miserable. Tathastu. You choose. Misery will go to everybody. One day, there was one girl in Calcutta. Very much, eating my head. There are some people, that is, you can't avoid, you have to live with them. So, one day she came, Swamiji, I have got a question. Is there prarabdha for Mahatmas also? I said, yes. Then what is your prarabdha? I said, you are my prarabdha. Coming and eating my head. Friends, unless you put on somebody's shoes, you don't know where it is pinching. See? Therefore, let us not have that understanding that no, it is easier for you, difficult. No, it is for everybody the same thing. And therefore, when Arjuna is justifying, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna, hey Krishna, mind is very unstable, Pramati is instigating all the faculties, Balavat, it is very strong, Drudam, very obstinate. 4 qualities of the mind. See how specifically, clearly is told in Bhagavad Gita. These are the 4 things. One is Chanchalam. Second thing is Pramati, because of the disturbed mind, everything gets disturbed. Most of the diseases are born out of the disturbed mind. If your mind is at peace, no disease will disturb you. And these 2 things, if you remain aware about this, one thing, your Madhya Pradesh should be perfect. Digestion should be good. You should have good hunger and good sleep. Wow, I have that. I can eat the whole day. I can sleep the whole day. It's not good, it is best. I am talking about good. See? So, Pramati, then Balavat, very strong. You can control anything in this world, not the mind. And Drudam, obstinate. Obstinate is called in Sanskrit Duragraha. See, Duragraha means what? We want that only should happen. I am the victim of that Duragraha. When we go to so many places for food, that is one of my professional hazards. So they think I have not taken food for last 200 years. So they will be keeping so huge quantity. All you take. So I will be taking out little. Only this much we have prepared with such a great love. Take some more. Amma, if I take more, I will die. Never mind, take one. Drudam. Jiddi, what we call. Now, when this is the quality of the mind, Arjuna says, Bhagavan gives a solution to this. Asamshayam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam. I agree with you, my dear Arjuna. Mind is very unstable, very obstinate, but abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagena cha griyate abhyasa vairagya abhyam tan nirodha. Practice. Be attentive. Expression of the mind is only through language. When the mind is unmanifest, it is called as paravani. Vani means speech. When the mind is ready to manifest but not yet manifested. It is called as Pashyanti Vani. Vani means speech. When the mind is manifested but not known to others, it is called as Madhyama Vani. Vani means speech. And when the mind is fully manifest, it is called as Vaikhari Vani. Vani means speech. The expression of the mind is only in the form of speech. So if we have to control the mind, what we have to do? Bhagavad Jnaneshwar is to tell something very good. Of all our faculties, start with one, and that is our tongue. Tongue is two in one. When it is used for tasting, it is called as rasana. And when the same tongue is used for talking, it is called as jivva. In English, there is no difference. See, so rasana, control your food intake. Yukta hara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu. See friends, normally if you see our Indian type of food eating, we don't taste any food. We taste only mirch masala. This I learned from a child. Therefore I like children. They really teach you. I was in somebody's house and that mother gave rice to me and to that girl also. Girl was hardly 5 years, 6 years. I said, hey, take some rasam. No, I don't want. So the mother said, Swami, this is very funny. She eats only rice. And the child gave a beautiful answer. Mama, tell me, what is the taste of the rice? Do you know? Because you have never tasted. You are only tasting mirch masala. That was a great revelation to me. When we say, oh, sabji badhiya ban gayi, means what? Mirch masala is okay. Eat. And if something is little less and more, we become excited, disturbed. So first, control the eating habits. Whatever comes, eat. 1/2 the quantity you can consume. 1/4 for the water, 3/4 filled, 1/4 empty for ventilation. Our condition is like you must be using the mixies. You put vegetables or something packed up to the brim and then press it from above and start. It doesn't move. Jam. Exactly this is what happens when we eat up to the nose and you can't do in pranayama. Now how can that digestion happen? See, yuktahara. This is one thing, and the second thing is of the tongue, speech. Talking. If you want to control the mind, try these two things. Before we talk to anybody on any topic, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? Friends, I guarantee you, you don't have to struggle for controlling the mind. The other day, I met one lady coming from very nice, royal, good family, and we are sitting and all that. She says, Swamiji, please give me some advice. I said, Mama, I'll tell you, but you will not like it. No, you tell me. I like it. Said, really? Yes. Stop talking. You talk too much. How much we keep on Then the second way to control the mind is, yesterday I told you, practice keyboard yoga. When you sit in the morning, immediately, now till the job is done, no more talking to yourself. This will be called a Samadhi Yoga. Give it a try, my friends. If these two things we practice, before talking to somebody, ask a question. Is it necessary to talk? You will control Vaikhari Vani. And when you stop talking to yourself, you will control the Madhyama Vani. Vaikhari Vani is a grossified expression of the mind. Madhyama Vani is a subtle expression of the mind. Pashanti Vani is the incomplete expression of the mind. And Paravani is no manifestation of the mind. Therefore, my friends, when we talk about, very difficult to control the mind, unless we know the basics, we cannot. Therefore, it is said, if your fundamentals are clear, life is a fun. If your fundamentals are not clear, life is mental. You decide whether you want to have life a fun or fundamental. Make it mental. Therefore, here Bhagavad says, Asamshayam Mahabaho Mana Durvigraham Chalam. Durnigraham Chalam. Yes, I agree with you. That mind is very obstinate, very difficult to control. But Abhyasena tu Kaunteya Vairagyena cha Griyate. The first is, don't give up. That is the only thing to be practiced as the yoga for 24 hours. Not only half an hour asana and rest of the day frustration. No. 24 hours. Is it necessary to talk? Ask again and again. And second thing, don't talk to yourself. And how much we have to continue doing this thing with the same zest and commitment, like a child who learns how to walk. No child has ever asked his mother, Mom, when you were a child, how did you learn walking? Can you please tell me? No. He starts his own way. First, the child starts walking in the air. And he said, come on, legs and hands are moving, but I am not moving. There's something wrong somewhere. Then he turns. Then on side also he can't. Then he comes on the stomach. And then he starts only moving the hands and legs and resting on the stomach. Even then he can't move. Then slowly he discovers his own techniques. Comes on the knees. First he becomes a reptile. Then he becomes like with 4 hands, 4 legs, slowly. Then he catches hold of the wall. Then the curtains. Then mummy's sari. And stands up and walks. Then the tablecloth on a table and puts everything down. His own techniques. Exactly the same way. Find out your own techniques. How to control the mind. And these are the 2 things. Give it a try. Life will become so simple. The net result will be, we will stop reacting in life. Reactions come only through the speech. And if that speech is not allowed to manifest because you are in front of your boss, so you keep quiet, but inside you are boiling. See? Then such people go home and sleep. And in the dream, they have the dream that I am the boss and my boss is my servant. And in the dream, they take out everything. They tell the boss who has become a dream in the servant in the dream. They say, hey, pani le aao. He brings water. Why did you bring water? Who told you? Sir, don't argue with me. Get away. Why? Frustration during the day. That is your dream. Friends. Therefore, The real control of mind is, your mind is at peace not only in the waking but also in the dream, also in the deep sleep. Many people have got very bad, uncomfortable dreams. The reason is they have never taken care of what kind of food that they are giving to their mind. All kinds of horrible things are exposed, and thereafter we go to sleep. Naturally, whatever you have fed to your mind, that alone will come out. Therefore, abhyasena the kaunteya, vairagyena the griyate. Vairagya means what? Be attentive. Vairagya can be simply practiced this way. We have no opinions about anything. Don't opine on any issue in life. Like we go to so many people, places, and people say, Swamiji, what do you think about that election? I said, what is the meaning of election? You don't know. I said, I don't know. No, that election is achha, very good. Let it come. Is it a rains or cold? We don't have to give any opinion to anybody on any topic. First thing. Second thing, we don't have to suggest anything to somebody. I think if you should do this way, did I ask you? No, keep quiet. But it is in our genes. We Indians are expert in somebody else's job. I think you should do like this. Once here only in Bombay, I think in Puri Ashram, sometimes they put a mala in the hand, so the mala remains there. And one person says, Swamiji, when they put the mala in the hand, why do you keep the mala? I said, are you jealous or what? No, sure. You should remove it immediately. See, was it necessary? This is how our mind is making us dance. And when the mind will stop reacting in the world, the mind will slowly get absorbed in the consciousness. Absorption of the mind in the consciousness is exactly the same way like the ice cube dissolves in the waters. When the ice cube dissolves in the water, it doesn't make noise. It is effortless. And the ice cube has no hurry. Let it take its own time. Because it is not an achievement through gain. It is an achievement through loss. When you have good sleep, define what is a good sleep. Good sleep is when you have lost everything. You are neither mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. You are neither rich nor poor, neither educated, uneducated, nor Indian nor not Indian. You have lost everything. In the total loss alone is the absolute gain. That is what Upanishad says. Na karamana na prajaya dhanena tyagi naike amritatva manas. In this manner, when slowly and steadily we lead every moment of our life. And to lead every moment like this, the technique is take every experience of your life as a spiritual examination. And examinations are meant to test us. If you can drive a car perfectly well on a football ground, what is great? But there are people They learn the car driving on the football ground. There also they search a tree and go and make accident. That is not driving. In the same manner, let there be anything happening around us, we are at peace with ourselves. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha guriyate. If you see our Patanjali Maharshi, he has given 3 techniques for the highest quality student. Here Arjun. Arjuna's question was not about anything except the mind. So those who are working directly on the mind, for them this is the instruction. Abhyasa vairagya abhyam tan nirodha. Now the second type of people. Those who are actively busy in the world, day-to-day life, for them Kriya Yoga is told. Tapasvadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhana Kriya Yoga. 3. First, for the highest student, only 2 things. Abhyasa Vairagya, only at the level of the mind. Kriya Yoga, in addition to the mind, your activities are involved also there. Tapasvadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhanani. And the third quality student, for them Ashtanga Yoga is told. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Those who have not done the Yama, Niyama, they are not qualified for the Kriya Yoga. Those who have not done Kriya Yoga, they are not qualified for Abhyasa Vairagya Abhyam Tan Nirodha. But we want to jump without practicing Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahara directly. Meditation, and then crash course in meditation. In that course, you are crushed. How you are crushed? You pay through nose. Special course in meditation, 25,000 rupees for 1 week. See, friends, to whom are we cheating? Remember one basic principle of yoga. There are no shortcuts on the spiritual path. Those who want to follow shortcuts, they are cut short. No shortcuts. You have to go step by step. After this is said, then Arjuna takes us to another question. Suppose somebody is trying this yoga, and suppose without attaining Tada Drashtu Swarupe Avasthanam, and he dies. Then what happens? See, Ayati Shraddhayo Peta Yoga Charita Manasaham Aprapya Yoga Samsiddhim Kamgatim Krishna Gacchati. He was trying, but he somehow or the other, he could not continue his yoga abhyas, and halfway he collapsed. So, what happens to him? Kachinno bhaya vibrashta chinna brahmivanashchati apratishto mahabaho vimudho brahmanapati. So, because he was in yoga, he could not enjoy the Chaupati ki bhed. If you want to enjoy Chaupati bhed, you require a qualification. And what is the qualification? You should be utterly ignorant. If you know how the Chaupati bhed is made, like Brahmaji has learned from these Bhaiyas, they take a paper and make a cone. That is the body. And in that they put the 4 or 5 things. Mirch masala. And ultimately the topping is done by the organic salt. And that is given to you. When you know this, you will never eat it. If you don't know this, पता नहीं क्या बड़ा टेस्टी होता है. So to enjoy these worldly things, the qualification is you should be utterly ignorant. But now you started getting lost in this yoga. I should not eat this, I should not eat that. And then your old age comes. Yeah, I should have enjoyed that, I should have done this, I have no regret. So na ghar ke na ghat ke. See, this is Arjuna's question. So, Kachit Ubhay Vibrashtaha. Neither he was able to enjoy the world, nor he has attained the perfection. See? Where does he go? He uses a very beautiful word. Chinna abhramiva nashyati. Like the clouds, where do they go when they disappear? They are totally disintegrated. In the same manner, this fellow neither belonged to this world nor gone to heaven. Where is he hanging around? Etan me samshayam Krishna chetumarasya sheshataha tvadanya samshayasyasya chetana yupapaddhate. So this is my doubt, please tell me. Now here Bhagavan Krishna says very important thing. Now this is the topic. From here onward you will enter the real Vedantic understanding. Now here Bhagavan says, and it is said in Yoga Shastra, because Yoga Shastra talks about there is one soul per body. Patanjali Yoga Darshan is based on the Sankhya Shastra, and in the Sankhya Shastra there is one soul per body. See, now the purpose of telling there is one soul per body is totally different. But we take it as seriously that when somebody dies, the soul comes out of the body and in search of jaun to jaun kahan. And in some womb there was a fetus and there was a board hanging there. To space L-E-T, to let. Now the small I, ego, jiva, who has come out of the dead body, he was searching, jaun to jaun ka. He found one place and he entered there, I. So now it becomes T-O-I-L-E-T. See, that is what is called as the Nara Janma. Nara and Naraka, one and the same thing. There is no difference. And it sounds so enchanting and so convincing, but this is not the truth. Therefore, here the teacher says, Partha naiveha namutra vinashas tasya vidyate nahi kaschit kalyana krut kaschit durgatim tata gacchati. Remember one thing, whatever you are doing good, it will not go waste. Be good for only being good. You might have helped somebody, that somebody may not be there to help you, but the help that you have extended will never go waste. As you sow, so you reap. And then he says, such a yoga vrashta, this is the word used here, prapya punyakrutan lokam ushitva shashwati samaha shuchi nam srimatam gehe yoga vrashto vijayate. So this person who was doing the yoga, but he had lot of desires in his heart. I want this, I want that. And because of that, having gone to the higher worlds, he again comes back to this world and born in the pure rich families. And those who were practicing yoga without any desires left in their mind, they are born athava yoginami kule bhoti dhimatam, or they are born in the house or the families of the great yogis, wise yogis. That means there are two types of yogis. The wise yogis, and etadhi durlavataram loke janma yadidrusham. Such a birth is rare indeed. And tatratam buddhi sanyogam labate paurodayikam. whatever sadhana he has been doing, it will not go waste. He will continue his sadhana from that point onwards. It sounds so convincing. But don't get carried away by this. We must know moral of the story. When things are told, they should be understood in the right perspective. Or else we'll get lost. See, moral of the story is this. We are all expert in blaming others for all our problems. Default setting. So what is the first step on the spiritual path? Stop blaming anybody for your miseries. You have to be fully responsible for your miseries. But I have not done anything bad to anybody in my life. Maybe in the last life. Can you guarantee? But I don't remember. Doesn't matter. You have done something wrong. Therefore you got married to this lady again. Now what should I do? Now behave properly with her. Otherwise next life again. No, don't cut such a terrible joke. Then behave properly. Now two things have happened. You stop blaming somebody and the quality of your life has improved. What will be the net result? You will start remaining at peace. A person who is at peace, he alone can think of something higher in life. See? Therefore, we have to understand that this thought, last life, this life, next life, is not meant for us to prove that we are one per body and we die and we are born. No. The real meaning is, in the last life we existed, in this life we are existing, but this body was not there in the last life. In the coming life, also this body will not be there. Therefore, who are we? We are embodied someone other than the body. Once you come to this point, you have taken a perfect turn towards the divinity. Then the question comes, if I am someone other than the body, then who am I? Man, woman, young, old, rich, poor, who am I? Everything is related only with reference to body. From here, the real spiritual sadhana begins. So up to this point, what we have achieved? Try to get freedom from body identification. Unless this is taken theoretically, may not be practically. Next step you will never take. You know, many youngsters, they read here and there without any guidance, and then they ask the question. In one engineering college, they asked me this question. Swamiji, I got a question. I said, yes, ask. Who am I? Then I asked him, should I tell you the truth or a bluff? He said, for a change, tell the truth. Then I told him, you are a fool of the highest order. Then I said, do you mean Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi was a fool? I said, no, I don't mean that. But that is his question. I said, but he didn't ask me. He asked me. I am replying you, not him. Then I told him, my dear friend, who am I? This question is valid only when you accept theoretically you are someone other than the body. As a body, this question is redundant. Today one person asked this question, Swamiji, we are listening, this what you are talking, body disidentification for last 30 years. But nothing has happened. Why? I said, even the mic is also hearing. Nothing is happening. See, friends, our condition is like what we are told. If you go to that 5-star hotel, I tell you what a lovely food you get there, big menu, and you can order anything. Really? You go there, read the menu, by heart the menu, and come back. Yaar, hunger to abhi gayi nahi. You have to order. You have to eat. By reading the menu, your hunger will not be satiated. Exactly the same way, practice. What it is like being other than the body. Now from here, we take the last step in yoga. The last step in yoga is there is no jiva. There is no soul. That soul which is not there is going to hell and heaven. That soul which is not there is born again and again. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. This particular deep, ultimate topic we'll try to understand tomorrow's concluding session. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.